Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. Before we get down to business, there's two things that I want to address. First of all, it came to my attention that some students had a hard time finding the SOTs for this class. If you look at my screen here, if you go to courses and then click your course, it's usually under tools, like over here. But to make it more convenient, I went ahead and just put the SOT link directly here. So if you go to the Blackboard, you can find it right here. Now I believe this link works. All I did was make a new content area and put the SOT link there. I'm not sure if it actually works. Could anyone be so kind as to go to the Blackboard right now and try this link and tell me if it works? Anyone? All right, let's see what the chat says. Okay, Logan Ashbaugh and Brandon Vasquez both say that it works. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you need to access the SOTs, you can do it right from there. So that's the first thing. The other thing that I want to mention was the extra credit. So as I mentioned before, let me drag this here. Oh, Slayman Toki says in the chat, my name doesn't pop up though. Oh, so you only see Professor Amir's name. I guess that's okay. I guess I'm going to email Dr. Maynard about that and say I should have a SOT for me too. That's kind of weird that it only has one for Amir, but not me. I guess I can always email him later. But the other thing that I want to address is the extra credit. So I said before that that I would give you extra credit if you watched part 1 and 2 of this performance, and then write a short little write-up saying what you took away from the experience. So part 2 of the live stream was actually on April 24th at 7:30, but in case you missed it, you can still always get the recording. Would you guys want me to email you the YouTube links to both recordings so that you can do that if you want to? Okay. I'll go ahead and email this to you. Did you email it to us? No, I didn't email the YouTube link. I emailed the RSVP link, which should give you the YouTube link. But if you want, I sent this email on April 12th at around 4 p.m. Yeah, I emailed that to everyone. But yeah, if you still want to take advantage of this extra credit opportunity, you can. You just have to, if you want, I will, after this meeting, I will email 2 YouTube links to part 1 and 2 of the recordings, and then you can make your write-up, and then you can email it to my student email here, and then you will be getting extra credit. Is there any questions in regards to this? Okay. If there's no questions, I guess we're good to move on. So, Okay, so if there's no questions, we'll move on. So the thing that we have to do today is because since week 12 material is going to be due 5 p.m. Thursday, right before our next meeting time, we need to do the labs for week 12. And I decided to unlock 2 of them because both of these looked very easy. But we can get started. Oh, I just remembered one thing. There was something about the homework 4. In the last meeting, I was working with some students to do problem 1, and for some reason, we couldn't get the code for problem 1 to work. And but I looked at the solution by Professor Amir, and I compared it to the code that we wrote, and I think I figured out what's wrong. So
So did you want to go over that today?
yeah, like I think I figured out what's wrong. Do you want to discuss it like after we do the labs, or do you want to discuss it now?
We could do it after the labs. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. And Value Morris says that they need help on problem 3. Yeah, we can do that. And looks like some other students need some help on the other problems. Okay, so don't worry, we'll get through these labs very quickly, and then so that we can have more time to do the homework. So, well, I guess the first thing I should ask is, assuming that you did the sections by yourself, all of these over the weekend, was there any parts of these that stumped anyone or confused anyone? We could go over it before we do the labs. I take it now. Okay, we'll just do the labs then. Okay. Okay, so I hope you guys understand everything that you need to know about classes at this point. So this lab here is 12.10 lab triangle area comparison. Okay, so this program makes use of the triangle class. We have a header file, see? The header file simply contains every member that's in the triangle class. So it has 2 private variables, right? A base and a height, right? So, and then it has some public functions here. These are setter functions or mutator functions, I guess that's the correct term. These functions accept doubles, and if you use set base and pass 1 parameter to do it, it will set it equal to base. And if you use the set height and pass a double to it, it'll set that equal to height, right? Now, the other 2 public functions here is get area. Get area, I believe, returns the area of the triangle, right? So imagine you got a triangle. To get the area, it's the formula is 1/2 base times height, right? And that's why we see return 0.5 times base times height, okay? And then the last public function is the print info. I believe all this does is that it outputs everything. So This line of code simply means we'll output our doubles to 2 decimal points. And it says base, we will output the base. Height, we will output the height. And area, area makes use of the get area function, as you can see. So it's a pretty simple class with only 2 private functions and 4 public functions, right? And now let's see what this lab wants us to do. So given class triangle, complete the main function to read and set the base and height of triangle 1 and of triangle 2. Determine which triangle's area is larger and output that triangle's info, making use of triangle's relevant member functions. So it looks like most of the lab is already done for you. The only thing that we need to do is these to-dos here, right? So if the input is this, it looks to me like 3 is going to be the base of triangle 1. 4 is going to be the height of triangle 2, okay? Or is going to be the height of triangle 1, my bad. And then 4 is going to be the base of triangle 2. And 5 is going to be the height of triangle 2. Okay. So to do this, it's very easy. All we need to do is when we get these inputs, we will pass them to set base and the set height functions that we've seen in our triangle.cpp, right? So I guess under this to do, it says read and set the base and height for triangle 1. Use set base and set height. So I guess we'll declare some variables. These are doubles, right? Yeah, they're doubles because they have decimal points. So I guess I'll say double. I guess I'll name these doubles base 1, height 1. Double base 1. Double base 2. So at this point in time, next we'll say cin. We'll take base 1. And, oh, excuse me. This should actually say height 1. So we'll take base 1 and height 1. So at this point in time, when the code gets up to here, from the input, base 1 will be equal to 3 and height 1 will be equal to 4. And we just need to use set triangle 1's base and height equal to those. So under here, we're going to need to call the set base and the set height functions of triangle 1. And the way we do that is using the member access operator, which is the period. So I'm going to say triangle 1 here, and I'm going to say dot. That's the member access operator, the period here. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to call the set base function. Okay. Now, if you recall from looking in the triangle.cpp class, you'll see that set base requires a double, right? It's going to call that double user base, and then it's going to set its private member base equal to whatever we pass to it in the argument, right? So inside of these parentheses, I need to put the number that I want to set base equal to, and that number is going to be base 1, okay? And I would repeat the same thing for set height as well. And instead of passing base 1, we just pass height 1 to it. Any questions so far? Everything makes sense? Well, if you got this far, you simply need to repeat the same thing for triangle 2 as well. The next two inputs are going to be 4 and 5, right? So because I'm lazy, I'm going to copy these lines of code and put it here under this to do, set base and height for triangle 2. And I'm just going to change the names of my variables. So I'm going to call this base 2, height 2, or 2, base 2, height 2. Triangle 1 should be 2. And we will also change base 1 to 2, height 1 to 2. Okay, so when it gets to here, the base of triangle 2 is going to be 4, and the height of triangle 2 is going to be 5, right? Okay. So so what does the next to do say? Determine larger triangle, get area. So the output needs to look like this, right? So between the two triangles, we need to print the one that has the greater area, right? So it seems to me, so if triangle 1 dot get area is greater than triangle 2 dot get area, we'll print triangle 1. But if that's not the case, we're gonna print triangle 2. So it seems to me that we're gonna need an if statement, right? So I'm gonna say if. And I'm gonna say if triangle 1, and at this point in time, I'm going to be using the get area function. So keep this in mind. Get area returns a double, right? This double is going to be equal to 0.5 times the base times the height. So in the case of triangle 1, because its base and height is this, its get area would be 6. Right? So if triangle 1 dot get area, and as you see, get area is a function that requires no parameters. That's why the open close parentheses is empty. See, requires no parameters. So this will return a double. And if this is greater than triangle 2 dot get area, what do we want to do? We want to print triangle 1, right? So I'm going to say, if this is true, we will print triangle 1, right? Now, we don't need to say C out base, C out height, C out area, because triangle.cpp already has a print function. So we can just use that. Okay. You can see what I mean when I say that this lab is almost already done for you, right? So I'm going to say triangle 1 dot. It was called print info, right? Okay. So this is what we're going to do if triangle 1 is greater, triangle 1's area is greater than triangle 2. But what if that's not the case? If it turns out that 2 is larger than 1, we want to print 2 instead, right? So I'm going to copy this line and simply change the 1 to a 2. And that should be it. So hopefully all of this makes sense. Arturo Perez says in the chat, do we need an NL or not? That's a good question. I don't think so, because I believe that this triangle.cpp's print function already has an NL. Well, we can submit it without the endl, and then if it doesn't work, we can submit it again. So here's our code. It's simple enough. We can run this and see if it works. And it does. Does anyone have any questions? All of this is just utilizing everything that you should already know about classes. We got private variables, public members. We have functions that are. We have functions that are. We have mutator functions, and we have a function that returns something and a function that just outputs something.
I need some help.
Okay, I'll stop my share and then we can look at your screen. Okay.
Hold on, let me just full screen it. This is the error I got.
I'm sorry, Valerie Mora. Your screen is not sharing.
Really? Huh.
It's
Okay, let me try again.
Yeah, try again. Okay. Can anyone see Valerie Mora's screen? Because on my screen, I just see Valerie Mora has started screen sharing, and I don't see anything else other than that.
That's weird. Okay, let me just try one more time.
When you click share screen, it gives you a series of options. One says screen,
Yeah.
and then the other options are whatever windows. Click the option that says screen.
Yeah.
Or did you already do that?
Oh yeah, that's what I've been clicking, so I'm not.
That's what you've been.
Can you at least see my desktop?
No, we can't.
Oh boy, great.
In the chat, they're saying that it's probably your connection.
I'm running off a hotspot right now because the internet's down.
Oh, okay. Would you like to take a screenshot of your code and then email it to us? Or actually,
I'm gonna ask my mom real fast if the internet's back up so I can take it off.
okay.
So just give me 1 second, please.
Okay. All right. So
I had no idea you can't. Yeah. Because I had no idea that it went so up because I'm on a hotspot. That's weird.
maybe it's because your bandwidth is lower.
Oh, probably. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, your bandwidth is lower on a hotspot than a normal connection. But while she's doing that, does anyone have any other questions?
Okay, sorry about that. I'll probably freeze for a second because I'll be switching to the other internet.
Okay. Valerie Mora, do you want to stop your share for a second? Because some people in the chat want to see the code again. While you're getting situated.
Okay, I'm good now. Can you see it now?
Stop your share and start it again.
Okay.
No, it's still a black screen for me.
Oh.
It's okay. Just a screenshot of your code and then email it to me.
Okay.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just put my email on the side. And then here's the code again for oh wait, I have to share. My bad. I thought I was sharing. Here's the code again for anyone who needs it. Who do you think will win, Floyd or Logan? Is that, are you guys talking about Logan Paul? And yeah. Well, I'm not really into sports. But that's interesting. So did everyone already get this code? Did you screenshot it or do whatever you need to? This recording will also be up later. Okay. While I'm in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Valerie Moore to send her email or screenshot to my email, we can do the next lab. But this lab seemed simple enough, right? We're just utilizing the class's member functions. So we'll move on. Right. Okay. So the other lab I unhid from you was this one. Okay. Let me remind myself what's. Let me remind myself what this one does again. This one says, given main, complete the car class in the car.h and car.cpp files with the member functions to set and get the purchase price of a car. Okay. So we have two member functions that aren't written yet, right? One is the mutator, and the other one is the accessor. Right? And output the car's information, print info. Okay. So if the input was like this, so actually, let's take a second to see what the files look like. So it looks like main.cpp is already completed for you. There's nothing to add to main.cpp, but for the header file, here's our header file. So you already know this, but the header file simply lists every member of the class. In this case, the class is car, right? It has two private variables, and at this point in time, it has 3 public member functions, and we have to add 3 more, right? The CPP file actually contains the definitions of each of the member functions. And the reason why we separate the two is because what if this class is actually quite simple. It's just 5 members, but what if you have a class that has like dozens or hundreds of members? You can't sift through the entire code trying to find everything. That's why we separate the header file from the CPP file, so we can see what it contains, and then we can see the definitions of each thing. But you already knew that, right? So the car's information. So looking only at car.h, car is supposed to contain 3 variables, right? One is the year, one is the purchase price, and the one is the current value, right? Right here, it only contains model and value. So it looks like the first thing we got to do is make a new private variable for the purchase price, yeah? So declare purchase price member, and which is going to be of type int, right? So this lab is it's just like the other ones, very easy. It's almost already done for you, right? The only difference between this and the other one is that we're changing the class. In the last lab, we changed the main.cpp, right? So we need to declare an int and call it purchase price. Okay. And that's that to do out of the way. And then secondly, now that we have a now that we have this private variable, we have to declare the accessor and mutator function for them. And those are these two right here, right? So this one's very easy too. I'm gonna copy this, put it over here, and I'm gonna copy this, put it over here. But these member functions need to have a type in front of it. I would put void if it's not returning anything, but if it is returning anything, I would set it equal to the type that it's returning. So what do you guys think about set purchase price? This is a mutator function or a setter function. What do you think its data type is going to be? I'll give you a hint. It's either going to be void or double. What do you guys think is going to be? Yeah, Logan James Ashbaugh said in the chat that it's void, and he is correct. This is going to be a void function because it's not returning anything. We're just changing the variable of something. Now, because this is a mutator function, set purchase price needs to accept some kind of data type in order to change its the purchase price, right? So I'm going to say that this particular function is going to accept a parameter that's of type double. And what do I want to call this double? I guess we could call it, you know what? I'm going to call it PP, which stands for purchase price. Okay, I think that's good, right? Now, what about the accessor function? It needs a data type too. What do you guys think? Is this going to be a void or is it going to be something else? Well, the mutator function is supposed to return whatever purchase price is, and purchase price is of type int. So I say it's going to return an int. Okay. Any questions? Well, it'll make more sense if when I get around to typing these. Now, this needs a semicolon. Okay, so now that I have these, I know that we need to do the print info function too, but we can do that later. Since we added these two new functions, what we should do now is I'm going to copy these, and we should write their definitions in the car.cpp. You know, because you can't just say I have a function, I have a new function for this class, and then not define what it is, right? So I'm going to, oh, there's already parts here where you should put it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here and then get rid of this. Okay. Let me give myself a little space so it looks nicer. So when it comes to writing these function definitions, there's a couple things that we need to do. The first thing is that we have to specify that these functions are members of the car class. And the way that you do that is by using the scope resolution operator. You say the name, and then the scope and resolution operator, which is the double colons, right before each of these functions. So I'm going to copy this car : copy that, and I'm going to put it here right before set purchase price, and here before get purchase price. Okay, perfect. I just got Valerie Mora's screenshot, so we can look at that after we look at this. Now, the very next thing we got to do is we should get rid of these semicolons. And then third thing we got to do is we should add the squiggly brackets that will contain the definition. One there. Oops. One. Perfect. Okay, so how are we going to write the definition of this mutator function? The purpose of this is to accept a double, which we're going to refer to as PP. And we need to change the value of purchase price, which is the variable that we created, to whatever PP is, right? So I'm going to say, how did they spell it before? I'm going to copy this purchase price, put it here, and I'm going to say purchase price equals PP, right? And that's it. That's the definition of this function. What about this function? What's the definition of this going to be? Because this is a accessor function, accessor functions are simply return the thing that they need to return. So because this is get purchase price, we need to return purchase price, right? You can see a similar function here where it says get model year and it returns model year. So over here, I'm going to say return purchase price. And that's it for this definition too. Okay. I know that we need to do the print info function now, but let me go back to the main.cpp and try to. So it declares these, it does these. Okay, so yeah, it looks like all that's left is the print info function. Okay. So the print info function is supposed to look like this, right? So to write this function, we need to do two things. We need to, the first thing we got to do is include it in the header file, like this. Now, I'm going to say print info, semicolon, and print info doesn't accept any parameters. So we're going to leave the open close parentheses blank, but we do need to give it a type. I say that this print info function is going to be a void function again, simply because we're not returning anything. We're just doing a process, which is cout. Okay. So now that we included it, we have to define it in the car.cpp, which is over here. So I will copy this, go over here, and print it there. I need the scope resolution operator again, so I'm going to say car : : in front of it. I need to get rid of the semicolon, and I need to add squiggly brackets. Okay, it won't go lower any further. So inside of this, I need to put my definition, right? What this needs to do is output something that looks like this, right? It has to see out cars information, then model year, say the model year, purchase price, say the purchase price, and current value, say the current value, okay? So I guess I'll say cout And inside of these double quotes, I'm gonna just copy this, just because. But now I need to, how many spaces is this? It needs to be formatted exactly like this. So how many?
It's 3.
3? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it says it here, use 3 spaces for indentation. It's 1, 2, okay. So I guess I'm gonna say have a couple more couts, right? Couts. Oops. Couts. I'll just copy this. And then I will say this up to the colon. I'll copy this, put it there. Copy the spaces up to the colon, put that there. Copy the spaces up to the colon, put that there. And in between this and the NL, I need to say my private variables, which were model year, purchase price, and current value. You can see the names of the private variables here. In fact, I guess it doesn't hurt to copy this from now. I'm just gonna copy it here for now, and I'll delete all this later. So I'm gonna say around there, around there, around there. Oh. Model year goes here. Purchase price goes here. And current value goes. All right, now I'll get rid of this. Okay. And that should do it. I don't think there's anything else we need to do, right? So this will get taken as year. This will get taken as price. This will get. Let's run it and see if it works. Oh, so it looks like we need a space between the colon and the data. So let's fix that very quickly. So I'm going to put a space here, here, and here. And now it should work, right? There we go. It works. So the code that you need to do this is here. Here's the header file. And here, this is a CPP file. Any questions? If not, we can move on to the homework. Actually, I just remembered that we need to help Valerie more. So this is the screenshot that she.
I also need help with the current lab too, because it's just not working too.
Okay.
Can I try sharing my screen again and see if it fixed?
Sure. Go ahead and share your screen again. Nope. Oh wait,
Let me.
It's working.
I don't know why. Okay. I want to go over this one first because I got a little lost on the way from here.
Okay. So you see those two dues on line 14 and 16. You need to you need to put the function definitions.
Okay. So this.
Yes. Can I see your header file?
Sure.
Copy line 17.
Okay.
Copy that.
Okay, I did.
And go back to the card.c.
Yeah.
Under line 14, paste it.
Okay, let me just.
Like that. Now get rid of the semicolon on line 15. Add pair of squiggly brackets after that.
Okay.
And on line 15, right before set purchase, say car, uppercase. Oh, no. No. Delete that line. And on line 15, right between void and set purchase price, you need to say car with an uppercase C and then colon. And there should not be a space between the colon and set purchase price. Inside of the squiggly brackets, you need to say purchase price equals PP.
Let me just copy that really quick. Equals. Sorry, it keeps cutting out.
That's fine.
Okay, so you said purchase price equals.
Guys, don't worry if we go over time. I'll still be around to help people. And you say purchase price equals, because that's what we named our.
Sorry, can you say that again? It cut it out.
Say purchase price equals PP.
Oh, this?
Yeah, but without the double.
Okay.
And put a second colon after that.
Okay.
Okay, great. On line 20, you need to do the exact same, almost the exact same thing. You need to,
So can I just do this?
yeah, put it there. Change set to, and get rid of the everything that's inside of the
Okay.
parentheses, because this is a function that accepts no parameters.
All right.
Put squiggly brackets underneath that.
All right.
Okay, great. On that line, you should say return purchase price. And the purchase price has a lowercase.
Oh yeah. All right.
Don't forget the semicolon.
Yeah. Hold on. See, I messed that up then.
No, that was.
Oh, just with get. Okay.
Okay. Can I see your car.h again?
Sure.
Okay. On line 19, you should say int right before get purchase price.
All right. That's what I was forgetting. Okay.
Yeah, because this is a function that returns an int.
Yeah.
All right. Run it and see if it works.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's see what this says. Okay, it looks like you're missing a semicolon on line 19, and line 26 you have. Okay. All right. Go to car.h on line 19.
Car.
Yeah. Oh, that's your CPP file. You should go to the H file. All right. On line 19, you need a semicolon.
Right.
So that's the first thing. Scroll down. Let's see what else. What other errors you had. So it also says. Okay. No declaration matches. Can you scroll back up to?
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's see your HPAL first. Can I see how you said? Yeah.
Okay.
Get purchase. Let me take a screenshot of that. Hold on. All right, now go to your CPP file.
Okay. Let me just.
Now it had an issue with your get. Um. Let me. Um, oh, on line 26, you accidentally said. Yeah.
There's a C.
Yeah.
On line
That's supposed to
26.
be calc current value. So looks like you accidentally removed part of the function name. So on line 26, right after the C, it's supposed to say calc current value. So CALC. Say now type current with a capital C. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Not values, a value. So remove the S.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see. Yeah, let's try it again. Let's see.
Okay.
Still no. Okay. No declaration matches.
Flashcard.
Okay. I see. Go to your card.cpp.
Right, we're here.
Okay, I see the issue. On line 21, you said void. It's supposed to be an int, so replace void with int.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a function that does return information. We're returning purchase price.
Okay.
This cannot be a void function. It needs to be the same data type as the item we're returning. So
Right.
try it now, and it should work. Let's see.
Okay, almost there.
Oh, okay. So it looks like you had the same problem we had. You need to put a space. Oh, actually, you had the space, but the space is in the wrong place. So on line 40, 41, and 42, remove the space before the colon and put the space after the.
Like that, or?
No, backspace once. Put the space after the colon and repeat the same for lines 41.
What about 39?
Oh yeah, do that one too.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that the colon really doesn't do nothing when it's space, but it's the quotation marks. Okay.
Let's see. Maybe it'll work now.
Does Zybox usually take this long submitting?
Not for me.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Output is nearly correct, but white space differs. Scroll back up.
Yeah.
So on lines 40, 41, and 42, you should have 3 spaces indented.
Oh, yeah.
No, no, that was correct. Backspace. And then you should put the 3 spaces before model year.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and do the
So
same for 41 and 42.
Should I put it here too or no?
No, 39 is fine.
Okay.
You just need 3 spaces in 41 and 42.
39 also doesn't need a space after the semicolon. The colon.
You need to
At
put,
line 39.
you need 3 spaces. You only put 2.
Oh, I thought I put 3. Hold on. Hey, come on. Okay, so just one more space then.
Wait, hold on. Count the number of spaces. It's kind of hard to tell from.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Delete 1 space on that line
Wait.
because each of those lines need to be flush.
1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me just go back a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be
Aaron
good.
Massey said one more thing. You should delete the space that's after the colon in line 39.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
there
almost
you go.
there. You just need to do that.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
And then, hold on, let me get the control thing out of the way.
Okay.
And then here's this. This is the problem I have. It works, but I'm not getting the full score.
Okay, so I think it's scroll back up.
It's outputting the wrong triangle.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if area, that looks like it's correct. What could be wrong?
Did you guys do anything in the header file?
No, she's setting the the data for triangle 1 with base 2. Like with the base and height 2. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
why. On line 19 and 20, you should change triangle 1 to triangle 2.
Oh, did I really just do that? I can't believe that.
Yeah, I said before that I was lazy and I just copy pasted, but I changed each instance of 1 to 2.
Oh, no wonder it wasn't working. Oh, I can't believe that.
Yeah, so by doing that, you actually overwrote the data for triangle 1 and you had nothing for triangle 2.
Oh boy, I am so sorry.
That's all right. Okay, so for everyone who's left, do you guys still want to talk about the homework?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So Logan Ashbaugh and Aaron Massey, I was working with you last time in regards to question 1.
Yes, did you?
If you could share your code again, I think I was Professor Amir sent me his solutions and I compared it to the one that we made, and I just want to make a slight change to it and see if it will work.
My code?
Yeah.
Right.
Would you like to share your code?
Sure, I can do it.
Okay. Yeah, if you actually looked at the video of last meeting, we were concerned because his code works on other IDEs but not in code blocks, but I just want to do an experiment. Yeah, on this code right here, can you comment out line 19?
Okay.
Let's see if that, and try running that. Let's see what that does.
Okay, I switch
Because
screens because there we go.
Professor Amir's code did not involve outputting.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
Yeah, his code involved not outputting the address at all. And maybe since code, my theory is that since code blocks doesn't like. Okay, it's still not working.
No.
Shoot. Okay, yeah. Okay. It was just a theory that I had, and it still doesn't work. But the code works fine in the other IDE, right?
Yeah, I can bring up the REPL.
That's so strange. Well, it's okay. We know that your code is correct, so I don't think Professor Amir will dock your points.
So wait, so when we post the output, should we just post the code blocks output anyways? Or should we use another ID and post that output?
Well, I don't know. What does Professor Amir prefer?
No idea.
You know, no idea. Okay, that's a question for him then. So you can go ahead and stop your share now. I just wanted to try that. I know we're well over time, but I want to stick around to help the people that need it. Does anyone else need help on any of the homework questions?
Oh, go ahead, Billy.
No, sorry. You can go ahead. I already took up enough time.
You
I
know,
don't mind.
this homework's not due until
It's due on Thursday.
it's due midnight of the 29th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll still have time in our next meeting to do homework, unless the questions you have are quick questions.
Mine's quick. I did homework 3, but I'm down to 2 problems with it. If you could just look at that just super quick. Unless,
Okay.
Logan, you want to go first.
That's so good. You can go first. I got time.
Okay. Go
Sorry
ahead.
about that.
Oh, it's this question again. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the issue with this one?
Let me just pull up the thing.
Oh, I think I remember last time you didn't include the employee.h, right? Right. So
Right.
okay, let's see what errors you have. It looks like you have an error on line 6.
Right.
Expected comma or what does that say? Hold on. I should reopen mine as well. Let me do that.
Okay.
This was problem 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. I just realized that this is dealing with pointers. Is this the case where it won't work on code blocks, but it will work on any other IDE?
This one works on code blocks.
This one works on code-
Arturo says you should change the 1 to lowercase I.
Oh yeah. You put yeah, change it to IL.
Hold on. Let me
It
just
should be
do this.
LL. Lowercase L than uppercase L because it's set
Yeah.
in list.
Well, I can't tell the difference then. I really thought they were ones.
No, I put lowercase L and uppercase L and
Hold
LL.
on. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Do I need to get rid of my semicolon here?
Yes.
Okay.
Try it now.
Okay.
It
There
worked.
we go. Okay.
But you know, those are just variable names. It doesn't matter what you name it. It's still functional. I think the only issue you had was that semicolon in line 6. Okay. So I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Does anyone have any other quick questions? Remember, we still have a next meeting to clear up any homework questions that any of you might still have.
So which ones do we plan on doing on Thursday?
Well, we already did question 3 and 4 together. I said that we didn't look at question 5, but I did say that question 5 is extremely similar to one of our labs. Does anyone still need question 5? Anyone? Of those that are still here? Oh, Archer Press says I do, and Brandon says I do too. Okay. I guess in the next meeting, the first thing we'll do is look at problem 5. Did anyone have any issue with problem 1 and 2? If you know how to do problem 1, you know how to do problem 2, and vice versa, because they're exactly similar. Well, not exactly similar, but that's almost the same principle.
I mean,
Valerie Moore says, I don't really get 1 or 2, honestly. Okay. I guess on our next meeting, we will look at problem 5 first, and then we can do 1 and 2 afterwards. But if we do 1 and 2 together, you're going to have to use an IDE that isn't code blocks, because I looked at Logan, Ashbaugh, and Aaron Massey's code. Their code is correct, but for some reason, code blocks doesn't like it. Any other IDE works fine.
yeah, I saw the repo from last time, but I also on problem 2, it wanted us to use to return a double, but for some reason I can only get to work with a char pointer, double pointer.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Did you say you got it to work for a char or a char?
From problem 2, I had to work with a char pointer, but when I make it try to do a double, I can't get that to work.
Oh, so it's only the case that it won't work for doubles. It will work for any other data type.
Wait, so code blocks works with question 2?
I don't think so. I think it does work with problem 2. Let me share my screen for this one.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and share your screen. Okay.
So I think on this one, it just wanted us to do the first value, but the prompt wanted this to be a double. But when I make it a char, it works. C returns the first value as A, which is correct. And then I make it a double. And I'm going to try to make this double.
What double are you gonna?
When I do the double. Yeah, because it has this as a char pointer.
Yeah. So what kind of double are you gonna return? Are you trying to return the position of where you see C? Or...
I'm trying to return the first char position.
What did question 2 say again? You needed to return the location of the first instance where you see a character in a string. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. The first occurrence of. Okay, so. Okay. This is this is where it's this is the issue. For problem 1, we were returning the maximum value. Your definition returns the maximum value when it should be returning the first occurrence. So your definition needs to be slightly tweaked.
This returns the first one, returns that 0. Oh, first occurrence of char. Okay.
Yeah. So what you need to do is what you should do is replace that with a for loop that iterates through all of S. And the first time you see S at index I equals C, you return the pointer to it.
It just says first occurrence of a char in a string. It doesn't say a specific character.
Yeah, just the first occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah, so if the string contains more than one instance of car C, just return the first instance.
Actually, I want to try some because this is passing an array. I wonder if I can pass this string.
Don't forget to put double quotes. That works too.
Yeah, adding this
S instead of
that. And no. Oh yeah, that's the
yeah. Okay.
I don't think that works.
Okay. So what you should do is that you should change the definition of your find first. So so here's what I want you to do. I would like you to delete lines 6, 7, and 8. And on line 5, change char back to double. Wait. Actually, can you put the link to the homework in the chat again, just so I can have it on my other monitor?
Wait, hold on. Why would it be a double?
That's kind of strange. And
Yeah, shouldn't. I mean, indexes are usually integers, huh?
well, we're not returning an index. We're returning. We're returning a pointer. Write a function that returns a pointer to first occurrence. Oh yeah. That's so strange. The homework says double when it should be car. If we're returning a pointer to a car, this should be car. That's strange. Okay, my bad. Change that back to car. Okay, perfect. Now here's how we're gonna do this. Let's have a for loop that iterates through the entire size of S. So say 4. Int I equals 0. I is less than S dot size. Will that work? Or will that throw an error?
Gonna find out.
We'll find out, yeah. I plus plus. Okay, now inside the for loop, say if S square bracket I double equals C.
All right, we're finding it. I misunderstood the question.
Oh wait, we have to say okay, and then you say return. I think we're gonna say ampersand SI, I think. Say S, yeah. Try that and see if it works. Whatever errors it throws us, we'll fix it.
Change this back to the chart, the array, or keep as a string.
No, I think that will work just fine. Just try it. Nope. Okay.
But not like, it doesn't like this either. So Yeah.
So
it
what
doesn't-
exactly is this outputting?
We need to return the point. So it accepts a string, and we need to return a pointer variable to the first occurrence of car.
Wait. So the function accepts a string and a character as its parameters.
But-
and
It-
then
sorry, go ahead.
and then does the function return the position of the the position of the first instance of the character?
No, not the position, just the pointer to that character.
I think we're passing an array of characters looking for this character.
Oh, so do you want to remove line 17 and replace it with an uncomment 16 again? Yeah, try that one.
It doesn't like size.
Oh, okay. So instead of, now here's the problem. Here's the problem. If we were passing a string, we could get the size, but we're not passing a string. We're passing an array of characters. But I think that there isn't a difference between the two. Okay.
I think you can do.
Yeah, I know we're well over time, but I don't mind so much. Let me look at something else.
I think you can do this. I just googled for this. I think you just do the size of and then yeah, that moves. Hey, that was fine.
Oh, what did you change?
I made it so the size of, and then that's just the name of the array. It's slightly different syntax.
Okay. So can I run it one more time? Let's see. So you return a. Can I see
I have
pass? But you.
because I have the second character looking for being the first thing in the array. That's what I thought it went.
Okay.
I think we're supposed to see in.
I see. I understand. So why don't you change line 18 instead of saying array at 0, you say array at 3. That should say D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, great. Look, it looks like you completed question 2.
Although I think we're supposed to see in for B value.
Okay, that's fine. But that's a very easy change. You know, but more or less you've already completed question 2. Good job, by the way. Yeah, excellent work. That's good. Okay.
Oh, I know. I'm supposed to find out the location of that. So
No, your thing is fine. Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be showing the memory thing. Or
No,
the memory font.
You don't need to show the memory. And that looks like it works. Run it one more time, just to see, because you did have those changes. Yeah, and enter them. Okay. Let's do a little experiment with your code. If you want to see the memory address, why don't you add a new line underneath line 20?
Okay.
And let's say see out the memory address of B. And then on that, copy what you said on line 20, but remove the asterisk. Oh, if we're gonna do that, I guess you're gonna need an end line on line 20. Let's try that. Now this might,
It just says everything after.
so it outputs. I try saying, run it again, but say D instead of B. Huh. So instead of outputting the memory address, it outputs the remaining string. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this code into REPL to see what that does.
Output. It looks like it works. I mean, you're returning the memory and you're just dereferencing it. That's why you see the.
This is what I get when I run it on REPL.
On Replit.
Yeah, I just get 2 warnings. This one's like.
Yeah, they're just warnings. They won't stop you from.
And,
Okay.
oh yeah, it's looking for. The same thing on REPL. So.
Yeah. That's kind of strange that instead of returning a memory address, it returns the remaining string after the occurrence. Is that something about strings that I don't know about? Could be. That is okay. I know that everyone is still having problems with this homework, but that's okay. We can use all of our next meeting on Thursday to resolve any and all questions about in regards to the homework before you have to turn it in before midnight. So yeah, I think thank you for showing us this Logan Ashball. You can, if you're done, you can stop your share now.
Okay.
So on our next meeting on I know we are way past time, but it's all right. On our next meeting on Thursday, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at question 5, and then we're gonna look at question 1 and 2. Is there anything else that we should discuss? Otherwise, I will just.
Okay, wait. So.
Yeah.
To get this straight, so the output of question 2 is just gonna say the first instance of whatever character you enter, and then it's gonna give you the character, right? Because you're dereferencing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at question 2 some more, but I'm going to. I'm gonna try to make sense of the instructions, and I'll be prepared next Thursday to clear up any confusion, because I think Logan Ashbaugh's code is correct, but I'll look at it some more. But aside from that, we know what we're doing Thursday. We're gonna look at homework problem 5 as well as problems 1 and 2, because we did 3 and 4 already. Is there anything else that anybody needs? You all know how to access the SOAPs? Okay. Thank you for your time after class. You're welcome, Arturo Perez. So if no one needs anything else, we can call it for this meeting, and then I'll post this video up so that you guys can access it later, and then we will we'll be ready to go on the homework on our next meeting on Thursday. All right. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.